The Watcher in the Woods. In a small, isolated village nestled between dense, dark woods, a legend circulated among the townsfolk. They whispered of a figure known only as the Watcher, said to be a spirit that dwelled in the trees, preying on those who dared to venture too close to the forest's edge. One autumn evening, a curious girl named Eliza decided to explore the woods, drawn by the allure of adventure. Despite the villagers' warnings, she ventured in, the crunch of leaves beneath her feet echoing in the still air. As she walked deeper, the light dimmed, and shadows danced ominously around her. Hours passed, and the sun began to set. Just as Eliza turned to head back, she felt a chill sweep through the air. A sense of being watched settled over her, and she paused, straining to listen. The woods grew silent, and her heart raced. Then, from the corner of her eye, she spotted movement. A fleeting shadow darting between the trees. Panic surged through her, and she ran. But the deeper she went, the more disoriented she became. The trees twisted and turned, as if conspiring to keep her lost. The feeling of being pursued grew stronger. She could hear whispering now, low and unintelligible, but filled with malice. Suddenly, she stumbled upon a clearing, moonlight spilling onto the ground. In the center stood an ancient, gnarled tree, its roots twisted like fingers clawing at the earth. At its base, Eliza noticed something odd. Figures carved into the bark, faces twisted in anguish, eyes wide with terror. As she examined the tree, the whispers intensified, forming a chorus of cries. In a panic, she backed away, only to feel something brush against her shoulder. She spun around, heart pounding, and there it was. The Watcher. A tall, shadowy figure with hollow eyes staring directly at her. She felt a cold wave wash over her, paralyzing her with fear. The Watcher raised an arm, pointing a long, bony finger toward her. She turned to run, but found herself surrounded by the very trees that had once seemed inviting. They now loomed menacingly, closing in around her. Eliza's screams echoed through the woods, but the villagers would hear nothing. They had warned her, but now it was too late. As the shadows swallowed her whole, the whispers faded into silence, and the forest resumed its stillness, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too close to its dark heart. Years later, children would dare each other to approach the woods, but none ever returned. The legend of the Watcher lived on, a reminder that some places were never meant to be explored.